Hi everybody, I'm Sofía. With an F and an accent, I'm a white female Hispanic Jew who puts the panic in Hispanic. And as Rav Keith explained earlier, I do a little bit of healing, a little bit of writing, a little bit of comedy. And we just started Elul, so I thought, well, guess I'll talk about Elul. And what I'm really going to talk about is the king being in the field, with the field of divine consciousness, the field of consciousness. What does that mean? And what does the field mean? What does this mean to be in the field with Hashem? So the first thing is we have to know that for real, Hashem right now in Elul is in the field. So first of all, you have to know Elul has Aleph, Lamed, Vav, Lamed. And most of us have probably already heard that one thing that can stand for is Ani Ledodi V'Ledodi Li. I am to my beloved as my beloved is to me. So we're not just going to go to Gun Soccer over here, go to that soccer field of soccer field, and we're not just going to go and schmooze there. We're meeting our beloved. We're meeting somebody who knows us, who made us, who sees us, and who's with us at every moment of our life. And we love Hashem, Hashem loves us, and he's saying, come spend some time with me. I just want to be with you right now. It's very sweet, very loving. So we have to know at the beginning of the year, at the end of the year, that we are loved and we're held in love by Hashem. It's very, very important to know that Hashem is the goodness and we are the goodness and we are of Hashem, and Hashem and us are not separate. So that's the precedent. We have to know that we're in this field of pure love, okay? We're not just like struggling through, although struggles do exist. I'm going to talk about that in a second. Okay. So now what's this field thing? First of all, I wanted to talk about our sages and our avot. They used to daven in the field. And we know about Abraham and Yitzchak and Yaakov and the different times of day. And they went out into the fields. And we know about Rabbi Nachman. And we know about the Baal Shem Tov. And they would go into the field or places where there weren't Lashon Hara and just be with Hashem and have time to be with Hashem in that field. And I want to bring it down further and say Hamelech Basadeh. There's another field that we have to know is really important. That's a field that first of all we're surrounded by, and that is within us. Okay, so we learn in Chassidus that we are the microcosm of the macrocosm. Everything that's going on outside of us is also going on inside of us, and everything going on inside of us is going on outside of us. Why is this super important? Because we're not just here on this earth dancing around, having a good time, although we can dance around and have a good time, but there's something deeper going on. As we hear these sirens over there, or the wind's blowing, or Arya is touching his beard, or I'm moving my hands, we're in this process of creating with Hashem. And Hashem chose us to create with Him. And this creation is not purposeless. It has a sincere purpose, and each of us has a sincere purpose, and we have to know that. We have to know that Hashem wanted us here, and He wants us here. That He needed us here, and that He needs us here. And that every single one of us is required and desired to show up, and that nothing happens without Hashem being involved in it. And like Rav Keith said earlier, everything happens with the davening. Everything you experience in the world, whether you've davened for it or someone else davened for it, we bring it down through bracha. So at the end I'm going to give us all a bracha, and in the middle I'm going to do a meditation. I'm just going to finish up here about this part of creation. So this new year is coming into being, right? We have to know that we are part of creating that new year. It's not just things are happening to us and like, what are we going to do about it? Things are happening with us, and they're happening through us, and they're happening as us. So how do we create with Hashem? Hashem created the world la'asot. He didn't create the world complete. He said, I'm going to need some helpers. They got to be some good helpers. And we have souls, we are souls, and we have bodies. Okay, so what are we going to do about that? Oh my God, right? Okay, so how do we create? That's a really cool thing. We create with our thoughts, we create with our speech, and we create with our actions. That's really, really important to know. And so when I talk about the field, again, I'm going to bring it down, that we're going to talk about the field of consciousness. So creating with our thoughts. Like this morning when I got up, it was a little joke, but I told earlier, I said, okay, I'm going to think up somebody today coming to the meditation. They're going to be a male, and they're going to wear a red shirt. So we're all part of this creation that's happening. What else happened last week that was cute to share? So I was davening in the morning, and I had heard about these Torah Ted Talks happening at the Simcha Center, and I said, I could reach out to Rav Keith, or I said, I could have a little more fun. So instead of reaching out, I said, okay, I went in, I did my thing, and I got into that field of pure consciousness and pure possibility, and I sent a message out to Rav Keith, and I said, you're going to send me a message today, okay, about the TED Talks. You're going to send me a message. And then later he sent me a message about the TED Talks. I said, oh, that's so cool, it's so exciting. You have to know that Hashem creates the world, and he creates the world with love, and he creates the world with joy. Right now, Hashem is creating the world, right now, and now, and now, and all of us are part of that creation, okay? Like, you wouldn't be sitting this way, or whoever has to pee wouldn't have to pee. Nothing is coincidence. We're always in a process of creating, and are we creating consciously or unconsciously? So I'm going to try to help us have that creation happen consciously, okay? So first of all, this concept of thinking is really, really important, because our dominant thoughts become our dominant reality. And our thoughts are things, and they hold frequency, and our thoughts can change. If we're having a thought like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do this, that's actually going to affect your emotions and your physiology. Every single thing in the healing work I do with people, I do many kinds of healing work, but if someone's coming to me with a physical illness, I can tell you, I can pinpoint it, that it's corresponding and correlated to a specific thought, because everything physical, with our physical bodies, everything physical starts metaphysical. Everything that's here started with a thought, okay? And Hashem also created the world with his thoughts, and he creates the world with his thoughts, and he creates the world with his speech and his breath and his intention and divine letters of light. It's all beautiful stuff. Okay, so fine. Our thoughts are important. They affect our reality. But there's something else deeper than that as well. And that's the power of our hearts. We live in a world where people think that they have to do something or be something or say something or share something in order to be validated or in order to be important. And if we think about if anyone comes to me and they say, I'm afraid, okay, there's two deepest fears that every human being has, unless we work on annihilating those fears, which I've really worked on in my life. And those fears are, one, I'm not good enough, and two, I won't be loved, mostly because I feel that I'm not good enough. So I want to offer the suggestion that you woke up this morning not because your alarm clock went off or because you had to go to work or because you were hungry or because you had to go to the bathroom. You woke up because the creator of the universe, Hashem, Hu Elohim, the master of the entire existence, the knower of all souls, the knower of every single thing, decided that you needed to be here. You needed to be here, and that the portrait of the universe would be like missing something without you being here. So don't for a second think that what you have to say or what you have to do is not important. Very, very important. And once we know that we're important, we can be humble and say, okay, Hashem, I'm here. I'm here. And now we're in Elul, so you're here in the field with us. It's funny, last year during Elul, I was in LA, and people know I'm very spiritual, so I'm always up there, right? Okay? And my good friend, I call her my California mom. She used to be on Broadway. She goes, Sofía, you're trying to find God in his office, and he's down here. So come down here, okay? So let's all come down here together, and I'm going to walk us through a meditation with the heart. So what's this thing about the heart? Follow your heart. Oh my goodness, there's all these cliches, but they have truth in them, okay? Your eyes are the window to your soul, but your heart is the doorway. We often, our heart is the doorway. So it's important to step in there and be there. And every single blood cell in your body, all the blood flows through your heart, okay? The heart's really important, and it has great wisdom and great knowing, and we all need to learn that, because as we're going into the times of Mashiach, we need to have an understanding heart. We need to give credit to this thing that beats for us so that we can breathe. And that's what I'm going to guide us through as we're in the meditation. And I'm going to use gratitude, and we'll be able to experientially feel gratitude in every part of our body. And then at the end, there'll be space for you to kind of do a little visualization so that you understand it through creativity and meditation. Creativity and meditation. We get creation. It's really cool. And that we're doing it both from our mind, seeing things, and our heart bringing that into being. And you should know, I'll share 2 Sofía Torahs about the first line of Bereshit to explain this in a second, but the energy, everything is energy, okay? The energy that comes from our heart is 60 times more powerful. The energy field from our heart is 60 times more powerful than the energy field of our brain. So our thoughts are important. Try pairing that thought with an emotion. Whoa, what are you going to bring into being there? And what energy do you want to bring something into being with? Also, you can notice, like, if you're scattered and worried, like, check your phone and see what kind of messages are coming through, because the phone tends to calibrate at the frequency that your thoughts are coming in and out. So that's an interesting thing. And also, when you're around people, especially in Israel, when we love to push each other, because really we just want to give you a hug, it's fine. The heart has a 24-foot energy field also out this way. So I'm going to bring us into this meditation, and I'll let you know what to do. You don't have to work hard at all. But first, I'm just going to ask that each of us together that's here right now just take 3 really beautiful deep breaths in, okay? And we're just going to be here, okay? And I'll stop talking and nudge a little meditation. So 3 beautiful breaths. And really try to send the breath below your belly button. You don't have to hold it in. I'm going to keep letting you breathing. I'm going to let you keep breathing for a second, and also just say a little thing about the word inspiration. I daven to Hashem today that I'll be able to inspire the people who are going to see this at the level of the heart, not just the level of the head. And inspiration comes from the root, which means to breathe. So we have to know that as we breathe, we live, and that's the line that I'm going to say in the meditation. And that Hashem is the true inspiration. Hashem is with us in every single breath. We forget that in the mind. That Hashem is not an esoteric concept. He didn't create the world and sits on a cloud. Hashem is deeply and intimately involved in every single aspect of our life. He cares so much about every single one of us. He cares whether you have enough rent. He cares whether you had that banana smoothie you wanted to eat. He cares whether you have shoes. He cares whether you have a good or bad conversation with your mother. He cares about you, and you need to know that. It's not some kind of, Hashem loves you, everybody, bracha and tzlacha, have a great day. No, it's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. And we're really in this process where we're the footsteps of Mashiach, okay? And the important thing, and the only thing I ask of you is please be real. Show up as yourself. Hashem created you like no other. There's nobody in the past, in the present, or in the future who has exactly what you came here to give and to share, who has exactly your purpose, who has exactly your thoughts and your preferences and your light and your soul. And know that nothing is a coincidence. Absolutely nothing is a coincidence. And when we really tune into that, we can see Hashem's hand guiding us every single second that He's here with us. So I'm going to say, Hashem, please let each person know in this moment. Come. Each person know in this moment that you're here with us. That you hear us. You hear every thought. You hear every breath. You hear every intention. And that you care about us, and that you give us enough space that we can have free will to think whatever we want about anything, even if we're completely wrong, because that's how much you love us. And if you want to do something silly, well, that's our choice too. Okay, so except for our holy rabbi over here filming, I want everyone to take their right hand and put it over their heart. And just really feel that space. See if there's any heat there. What the temperature is. Can you feel your heart beating? Your right hand is chesed, so we're going to protect our hearts with some chesed here, kindness, loving kindness. And then I want you to take your left hand and cup that over your right hand. Left is gevura. I used to have a serious problem, meaning I thought gevura was bad. Gevura is not bad at all. It's a way to say this is my time, this is my space, and I'm going to be able to protect and love myself too, as I also am giving and loving everyone else too. Okay. So what I'm going to have you do, we talked about the head and the heart, and by the way, when you synchronize the head and the heart, that's called heart coherence, and beautiful, beautiful, beautiful things happen. So I'm going to set an intention that as you come into this space here with me, we go into our hearts, that it should open up your hearts and also should open up good things to happen to you throughout this week. Just be open to that possibility. So I want you to take your mind's attention. You've been doing lots of things all day long, and now we're sitting on this roof, which is really cool, and you're hearing this person talk and talk and talk. So take your mind's attention and place it on the space of your heart. All of your attention in your head should be in the space of your heart. And then I want you to be able to breathe in deeply and slowly into the space of your heart. Really send the breath to your heart. So let's try that together. Just really focus in on the space of your heart as I talk. Let everything else go. We work so hard. And just let me guide you deeper into this meditation, okay? So keep breathing into the space of your heart. So as your heart beats, you live. You didn't have to do anything to earn this heart. You didn't have to say anything, have anything. You didn't have to make a good impression. You didn't have to have a lot of money. You didn't have to have no money. You didn't have to have anything. This is a gift. Your heart is a gift for you. Keep breathing deeply into the space of your heart and have all of your mind's attention there. You didn't have to do anything to receive your heart. Your heart is a gift for you. And as a baby fetus is born, everything is growing from its heart. So important. And after the meditation, I'll share 2 Torahs on that to cover that up. But so breathe into the space of your heart. And if you would, please don't think too hard. But if there's one moment in your life that you could feel grateful for, if you wanted to, I want you to bring that moment into this space now. And just say yes when you have that moment. Any moment that you could be grateful for if you wanted to. And say yes out loud so I know that you got it. So I want you to step into that moment as if it's happening right now. I want you to step into that moment and I want you to see what you saw. I want you to hear what you heard, feel what you felt, and I want you to make the colors so beautiful and so bright and so gorgeous. You didn't have to do anything for that moment to happen. The entire universe, Hashem's entire universe was conspiring in your favor for you to feel that in that moment. So I want you to step into that and make that moment really, really, really big, really, really be there. Put a huge smile over your face. That moment happened for you. And as you have that moment, I want you to grab another moment you could be grateful for. Anything that could make you proud or grateful, and just tell me yes when you have that moment too. This is called emotional stacking.
Yes.
So step into that moment as if it's happening now. Be right there. Who's there with you? What does it feel like? See what you saw, hear what you heard, feel what you felt. Just be there. And let that feeling move to every single cell of your body as you're breathing into your heart. Keep breathing deeply into your heart. Then I'm going to ask you to bring in one more moment you could be grateful for. Tell me yes when you got it.
Yes.
Do the same thing. Hear what you heard, feel what you felt, see what you saw, make it real big. Experience it now, right now. That moment was happening for you. How beautiful that moment happened for you. I want you to just let every single cell of your body feel what that feels like. That gratitude for that. Thank you, Hashem, that happened for me. For me? Wow. And then as you're in this space, I want you to pick a moment from the future that hasn't happened yet. Keep breathing into your hearts. Keep breathing into that space. I want you to pick a moment that hasn't happened yet. A moment that if it happened just the way you're going to imagine, you create it now from the space of your heart and the space of your soul and the space of your prayers with Hashem and the space of your intention in your mind. I want you to see it happening not as you think it should happen, but the way that you desire it to happen, your ratzon from the level of your soul. That would make you so happy. That would make you thrive. Whatever it is, in any area of your life, I want you to step into that moment right now and create it. See what you see, hear what you hear, feel what you felt, or what you will feel. And step into that future moment now and just create, stay in that space. What is it going to feel like? That's you, that's your future. And it can be that way simply because you said so. Hashem creates and so it is, and we're not separate from Hashem. We have to know that. Hashem is right here with us. He's right here. So I want you to keep being in this space of creating. You can pick 2 or 3 other things that would cause you to thrive, and I want you to just see them happening exactly how it is that you want it to be, and know that it's so, that it's possible, and have the feeling in your body right now as if it's already happened. The certainty in your body that that thing that you're creating right now, as Elul is going to continue and Rosh Hashanah is going to come through, that thing is going to happen, and it can happen. That possibility is real, and that's where we go when we go into the field of pure potentiality, the field of pure possibility, infinite possibility every moment. Just really stay in that space that you're creating right now. And it's free. All you need is yourself. You gotta bring yourself, you gotta show up. Hashem wants us to use more of us, not less of us. When we're singing and dancing and expressing ourselves more fully, we feel better, because that's how Hashem wants it to be. He doesn't want us to play small. He doesn't want us to settle. He doesn't want us to think we're not good enough. We are deserving and we are worthy. We come from an infinite source, and we're part of that infinite source. So as you're in this space, I'm just going to bring down a bracha, and then I'll tell you when we can open our eyes. So I bless us truly and deeply that we'll be able to show up, that we'll be able to feel good, that we'll be able to know that we are not separate from Hashem, that we are not alone, that we are not bad. In fact, that we are good. We are so good. And I bless us each with kindness, with light, with deep truths and realizations, that we should know who it is we truly are and why it is we're truly here, because we chose to be here, my friends. We walk around saying, I didn't choose this and I didn't choose that, and why is this happening to me? No. Why is it happening for you? And you're choosing every second, because your soul knew exactly what was going to happen when you came down here and you said, that thing? Oh, I'm in. So if there's something in your life that's going on that's creating struggle for you, making you feel in a state of doubt or worry or shame or fear, I bless you that shouldn't keep you from being who you are, that those things should be transformed to the light, that all your klippas should be broken so that you can just be the divine being that you are. Simple as that. And that you spend time with Hashem in the field, that you're real with Him, you're honest, that you daven. You can talk to Hashem in your own words. Someone told me that when I was 8 years old. It changed my life. I talk to Hashem all day long now. So I bless us with that beauty and that goodness, that richness and that truth. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Thank you guys for that. Just sit here in this space where you're probably feeling super good, I hope. And I'm just going to share 2 Sofía Torahs with you that either you hear them or you won't, depending on which state you're in right now. So if we take the last letter of the Torah, it's a lamed. If we put it at the first line of the Torah, Bereshit bara Elokim et hashamayim v'et haaretz, and you break it up, you get Lev, then you get Rosh, then you get Yitzbara Elokim, Ata Shamayim v'et haaretz. So I broke it up differently, bringing the lamed from the ends. First comes the heart. As we spoke about, the heart is where the body forms around. Then the head. And then Hashem created you. You are heaven and you are earth. So you are a soul and you're also flesh. And another thing, just to end this, about the power of the mind. If you take Bereshit bara Elokim et hashamayim v'et haaretz and just take the first, you get Berosh Yitzbara. In the head, you will create. So may your thoughts be good thoughts. And may you have a beautiful, beautiful Elul. And thank you for listening to me talk.
Thank you so much, Sofía, for our kickoff words of inspiration and connection to ourselves, starting off with Elul. Before we take a quick soup break, does anyone, no pressure, but does anyone have a question or comment that they'd like to ask Sofía?